Truth be told. Preach. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religion. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not tradition. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religious. Blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not tradition. First of all, you can put me anywhere. I promise you that I'm not religious. Did you forget I come out the gutter? Sipping, stealing, taking team. Do you really get the picture? I mean, out of control. I mean, I had a bad temper. That same guy, the hooping, hollering, praising God like I done lost my mind, so now I'm reaching different people, preaching, teaching. You can see that God is not religious. Now I'm in the hood telling people about Jesus like, hallelujah, thank you, Father. This is exclusive, standing out here doing my ghetto praise and my worship. I'm not religious, I'm not tradition. I'm full of the Holy Ghost, dancing up out of my clothes. Posted up on the block with all these dreads and all the gold. We out here chasing the vision and dream. We winning the soul.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn or just stay at the stop sign, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it, to bring the family in on it. I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
My mother was always very active and independent.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up. They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that.
Do I? I bet it looks like one.
Yeah, well, it's not. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister and Mom.
From what?
From bad guys, like on TV.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake? Their daddies probably thought they were safe too.
Where'd you hear that?
TV.
Yeah, well, maybe we don't believe everything we hear on TV.
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded?
It's not. I keep the bullets.
In the boots with the red laces, and the chest beside the bed. I haven't found them yet, but I'm sure I can. You always told me to be curious. Remember when I found my Christmas gift? I'm a good climber, you know.
No, that's not what I meant. Look, I need to be ready if someone breaks in.
What about when it's just me and Mom? You taught me to be brave. I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'll teach you how to handle a gun when you're old enough.
And what if I don't make it to old enough? I could get bullied and decide it's too much for me. It would be so easy with our gun.
Our gun? No, buddy. My gun.
But it is our gun. In our home. Happens all the time.
I'll make sure that doesn't happen. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Today with seasonal temperatures, we should reach our Clear skies tonight with a low near 70. Increasing cloudiness tomorrow, sticky and humid with a high of 36. With the winds out of the east.
Turn up. It's another Monday. And we're going to call it a Keep It Moving Monday. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, you got to keep rolling. You got to keep moving. Don't let nothing take your joy away.
Facts.
Hey, when you say keep moving, this sounds more like keep pressing.
Keep pressing. Pushing. Pressing. All right? Don't let nothing take your joy away today. All right? Keep moving. Keep pressing. Keep pushing. Know that God going to make a way. All right? So make sure y'all take care of that today. All right, I am none other than your boy Stoney Hill.
Hey, and you got your boy, other than, let me just, you got your boy Cat Now. What's going on, good folks?
Not too much today, man. You know, before we get into this interview, I am going to take the time to say something about the social things that are going on in the world today. Shout out to Kansas City for winning the Super Bowl. I was pulling for San Francisco, and they did not get it done. And I really don't care anymore because I'm a Patriots fan. So Tom Brady is coming back, and we're good. All right?
To me, he had the hardest commercial, too.
Thank you.
That commercial that he was in, that Hulu commercial? Oh, my goodness.
He said we're going to change the way we do TV, but I'm not changing. I'm staying.
I'm not going anywhere.
Speaking of changing the way you do TV, we're going to talk about it a little bit later. Preba. Check it out, people. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get right into this thing, though, man. We got a great person in the studio today, man. We got a wonderful interview planned, man. Good guy, man. Met him way back when. Way back when.
It's been about, what, 4 or 5 years?
I want to say about 4 or 5.
Nah, it's been longer than that.
Longer than that?
It's been longer
Okay.
than that.
Man, oh, man. Fine, time been
longer than
moving.
that.
I can't even really tell you. Start off where at, but I'm going to say somewhere in Griffin, Georgia.
Nah, we first met, bro.
Because I know I always see him in Griffin.
In Stockbridge.
Stockbridge.
And the apostle, the dude from he from Griffin, he was doing like a glow in the dark thing in Stockbridge. I forgot his last name, man.
Kenny?
It wasn't
Timothy
Kenny?
Not him. This dude, he was short with glasses. Hey, I forgot his name, but he was an apostle.
It'll come back to us eventually, I'm sure.
Okay.
But we got the homie, Mr. Jira, in the building today. How you doing, bro?
Truth be told.
Man, I'm chilling, man. Vibing, man. A blessing to build, man.
Truly. Well, then, let's not waste no more time. Let's hop right into it. Jira.
Preach.
Come on now. Give me the name behind Jira. By the way, let me go ahead and say this before he says that. I called this man Minister Jira for about 2 years straight.
At what point did you realize, after 2 years, that wasn't the man's name?
He actually sent something over. It was like Mr. Jira for a show.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I just made this man a minister. He a minister now. You're a minister.
But I'm used to it. Actually, I've been doing ministry. Actually, this year made 15 years. So, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for a long time. Actually, the name really came from too. It was just something different that I wanted to do because me transferring out of the world, and then I was like, at that point, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a whole new creature trying to learn about God. You understand?
Absolutely.
So I didn't want to carry my old bondage until where I was trying to go with this new walk with Christ. So even I had a song that I even did too. It called Heaven, and I'm like, God, if I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying, talking like this and lining my life up like this, I don't want to come in with somebody know me from the old dirt I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I prayed, man. I prayed at least about 2-3 weeks on just a name. I'm like, God, I need to be something that's gonna stand out. I want to be different. You understand what I'm saying?
For real about it.
Yeah, I was passionate about it. Even when I did the song, you know what I'm saying? It took me about a month and a half to even do the song. So, cause I wanted to make sure when I did do it, it was a whole new character that you're looking at, that new creature. So I'm praying. I just heard he spoke to me like Jira. I'm like, Jira, like, hold on, God, that's your. They were like, oh, you know, she doing all right. She just can't talk that good, and the baby was okay.
Yeah.
And that situation. So I was at home, and I felt on my knees. I felt on my knees in the front of my bed, and I had asked God. I'm like, God, okay, you done did this miracle, and even in the midst of this, man, I'm listening to Smoking You now, and I literally like. So what I did, I had started listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony like more often because now I done got used to the Crossroad first of the month, the original version of Crossroad. If y'all ain't heard it, that one, and they had a song called Shoot 'Em Up. And, man, so I learned how to, I'm learn how to harmonize these words, so that's pretty much how I started, man. And then as I stayed into, let me kind of find my own rhythm of how I want to do things. So it's to a point depending on what kind of beat or whatever situation is, man, you'll hear a whole lot of harmonizing in my songs. Like on top of me just straight rapping it, a bunnery is like a whole bunch of harmonizing the words as it continue.
Right.
So
that's
man.
what's up. So that was the setup for this question.
Go
here.
ahead.
I don't think I've ever asked anybody this question. Just today is your day.
Okay.
Right? If
It
it wasn't music, though,
what would
if
I
it
be?
wasn't music, what would you be doing?
Man, I'd be dead, honestly. I'm telling.
I wasn't expecting that one. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you the truth because, no.
Hey,
Hey, truth be
I'm
told,
not
bro,
trying to laugh
look,
at that.
man.
I'm just saying it caught me off guard.
Nah, I get that question asked a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of my friends are ministers, and they were like, man, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be over here doing that. No, bro, I grew up in a violent neighborhood. Like, everywhere we went, it was gang banging. And, bro, at a young age, my cousin gunpoint my mom in her own house and robbed. So, even to the point me being gang affiliated, I had a cousin was a vice lord, another one was a blood, and I grew up around disciples, so I seen plenty of shootouts. So, I already been in a circumstance man, I didn't at that time who is God? I wake up on my own. I don't know. My grandma always used to tell me before you leave her, you gonna bow down here. I'm like, well, I ain't bowing down today because I ain't seen them. You know what I'm saying? So it led from that to stealing and robbing and all this stuff, man. So actually, cause even to a point, man, I wish death on myself. I tried to commit suicide and all that. So I know it wasn't nothing but God now that I look at it now because, man, I think I started wishing death on myself after the age of, when I turned 22. Reality kind of kicked in for me. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy ain't took me yet. I don't think I'm going to leave here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it because I tried to OD on pills. I even I had a gun in my hand, you know what I'm saying? Bullets in the chamber, didn't come out. Yeah. It's just so much stuff, bro. It's just so when people ask me, what would you be if you didn't know God? Well, I'd be in a casket if that was his will and purpose at that time. Because I didn't care. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. I put a post on my Facebook page last week, and you know what I'm saying? It was I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I actually heard the song from the dude named Rod Wave, and when I heard the song, I'm like, hey, that was a deep song right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because when I look back on my life, bro, I was cold hearted. I had a bad temper, and here I am all mushy and man, I just want to look out for you and
just don't know.
I'm like,
right?
boy, I've been and that's why I tell them, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, where I'm at in life now, man, it's just I'm just so grateful that God took all this stubbornness, all this hatred. I was cold-hearted. I didn't care about your grandma. It got to a point, if you did something to me and you ran from me, now I'm finna get you one of your family members until you come back. That's just how serious it was with me. So I can't tell you I'd be somewhere else. I'm just thankful for the mercy that God put up on my life to even get over to where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. No, it ain't nothing but the mercy and the grace.
Yeah, man.
I like to say, man, just folks just don't know where God can bring you from.
Preach.
Right? Hey, boy.
Man.
I'm just thinking about a lot of my friends and the way I knew them and then the way they are now. But y'all just don't know.
Man, let me tell you something,
where God can bring you from.
It's crazy because when I get on social media, bruh, they're like, oh, you too goofy, you too playful.
Y'all don't know where
I'm like, You know, I be had to tip my hat like, boy, y'all better go back and realize I came from Mississippi. Ask them folks how I was, boy. Like, boy, I was sneaky. I was the dude with the plan. Like, if I didn't do the dirt, I sent somebody to do the dirt for me. You hear me? So I'm like, y'all seeing that goofy side. Now that goofy side, boy, got so much healing and pain in it right now. Like, I don't even know.
Right.
Man,
They don't want that other side.
Right.
Bruh, listen.
They trying to low slick call it out, but it's just like, look, bro, you don't want me to go there with you.
Man, my little sister tell me all the time, you a mean Christian. I'm like, nah, man, I know how far to go. I ain't gonna let you play over me like that. That what ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So man, but yeah, man, like I thank God, man, because like it took a real transition for me. Like I said, even to go from not even believing in God, man, to like I'm sold out for him now. You understand what I'm saying? True. So yeah.
But hey, so since we on it, man, I think it's about that time for us to go ahead and intro one of the songs, man. And I'm pretty sure that we could talk more about. We're gonna talk more about the music too. As far as like the first song that you ever wrote, things of that nature. But right now, we're gonna get into the one or the two that we have on deck right now. What we got up?
We got Blessed and Grinding.
They get it.
Which one you want the people to hear?
Hey, it's on y'all, man. You feel? I mean, it don't matter to me. You feel?
Grind and pray. That's what I was
grind and pray then.
Grind to go ahead and put out the one you want. You know, the one, because usually some people have one that they would rather, whether it's the single or whether it's the one that's really going heavy at that moment. Man. So, we try to get our artist the opportunity to go ahead and like to push that. But if you putting it on us, I'm gonna tell you right now, my selection is Grind and Pray.
And I'm gonna tell you why I know you were gonna say that.
Speak on it.
I'm being honest. Let me tell y'all, man. Listen, like year 4 last, I got picked up to get on the tour, and out of all the music I did, dude was like, bro, just send me some music, man. He was like, man, I like what you're doing, XYZ, right? I think I sent him about 4, maybe 5 tracks, and the one that I didn't do and never had to minister or rap or whatever y'all want to call it. So I sent him the song, and he was like, that Grind and Pray gonna be it right there, bro. That's it right there. I'm like, wait a minute. I said the song, now though, you feel me? He was like, hey, you heard it. Ain't nobody else heard it. I like, I said, let me pray about it, and I'm gonna give you the okay on it, right? So, no, I prayed on it. God, like, release it. So let me tell you, I actually got put on tour with that song, honestly. And when I tell you, like, no cap or nothing like that, bro. Like, every city that we hit, I had just about every member or every person, whether we was outside on the event or in the church, all I do is grind. Even when the song going out, man, they out here rocking with me, you feel me? So instead, I got a slogan that I do too, like y'all can get that on that new music, you feel me? Okay. It's this one they call Pretty Little Black Boy. So so I do it every time the song come on, right? So I be like, hey, like if y'all can hear me on the sound of my voice, I want everybody to go Pretty Little Black Boy. So when they do it like Pretty Little Black Boy, then the song go boom. They're like, all I do is, God told me to keep pushing y'all. So no further introduction, man. Look, y'all check out the single Grind and Pray, bruh, because it's lit. You dig?
Yes, sir.
Quit staring, bro. Truth be told, all I do is grind, and I pray. All I do is grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day. All I do is grind, and I pray. All I do is grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day. I got these dreads down my back, so they saying that I'm not a Christian. Posted up on the block and I ain't even quote scripture, but I'm cock and loaded, ready for the devil, so I can expose and giving my people a testimony. Look back and they see how I'm rolling, Jordan mounted up, I call that baby Holy Ghost. Fire under my feet, so grab my hand so you can get a potion. Always high, hardly ever sober, driving around with Key J, declaring the word like I was giving way quick grocery. Blessed be the Lord that makes me rich and I no sorrow. I'm the head and not the tail, so I would never have to borrow. Get back to needy, no need to be greedy. I'm not speaking in tongues, this is just basically English. Understand where I'm coming from. It's better to give than receive. Now watch how them blessings increase. This 36 and 100 really doesn't matter to me. My prayers to be a blessing to any and everybody ever been connected to me. All I do is grind, 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 and I pray. All I do is grind, grind, grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day. All I do is grind, 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 and I pray. All I do is grind, grind, grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day. So fresh, so clean. Well, I'm chasing out this vision, standing up like Dr. King, cause I still be dreaming. Daniel had a dream, that's how he knew that hell was coming. But he fasted and he prayed, till I nearly everything, and it drove him crazy. Jara had the same thing, but I remember he was the seed of Abraham. But wait, then Mary had a little lamb, and his fur was white as snow, and then he died for my sins, so I can have another place to go. Yup, thought so. 66 blocks, so I guess I'm riding dirty. Well, if it means I'm telling the truth, then it's all worth it. Wait, devil, I bind you up. In the name of Jesus, you can't curse me or hurt me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I'm feeding these scriptures like they was ink communion crackers. Let this be your remembrance. So while you grinding, while you pray, we can't be stopped or denied. So he's raining down his blessings like he popping champagne bottles. All we do is win. All I do is grind, 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 and I pray. All I do is grind, grind, grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day. All I do is grind, 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 and I pray. All I do is grind, grind, grind all day. All I do is grind, I grind, I grind. All I do is pray, I pray all day.
We've been married about 15 months. And we happened to meet on the internet, by the way.
You know, at first, I was like, I don't know, maybe he's from Chicago. He might be a slick. And we got to talking, and I realized he was a man of integrity.
Truth be told, like you hear him in here today, just speaking nothing but that truth. Hey, but when we come back, I always like to take a time to give a shout out to all the wonderful people who are listening. We certainly appreciate it. Shouts out to Big Juke, man, out there in Alabama, man.
What's up, Big Juke?
Ain't seen you in a while, bro. Got to get back out there, but it's good to hear from you, man. Audrey Henderson, Melissa, Lisa, Christina. Y'all just keep listening, keep telling everybody about the show. Miss Priscilla Gates, yes. Just continue to talk and tell your mama, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your nephew, your TT, your aunt, your whatever you want to call them. All right, all to chill and watch the show, man. Because every Monday we right here. 7 p.m. having a good time in Jesus' name.
It's a Holy Ghost good time.
I ain't heard that in a while.
That was my jam. I just been in the shower like
y'all gonna make me get back into this day right here, man. You gonna make me come back out there.
That was my jam, though. That was my jam. For real. That was.
Hey, that was some of that hip hop worship right there.
For real, real talk.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, let's keep it on moving, man. Let's keep it moving. So, what I want to see is what's up and coming for Mr. Jara, man? What's up and coming for you?
Man, it's so much. I mean, actually, like this year, man, I'm dropping my EP.
Okay.
I got some new videos. I got an event. I think it's called the Rec Park in Atlanta. I think that's the name of it. I'll be there on the 28th, man. I got to do an interview with them on Kurt Franklin Radio. I think it was. The lady was telling me about. And they're going to do an interview then, videos and stuff going on out there, man. So it going to be lit. I'm talking about new music and all. Like, we going in on these folks.
That's what's up.
Grinding and praying. You feel me?
Any idea what the name of that EP might be?
You know what? Honestly, I don't even know yet.
Exclusive.
Because right. I normally don't even talk about, the fruits to people, but I don't know because like honestly, like the music that's gonna be on it, bro, it's all about me and really the real side of me, and it ain't so many scripture that I'm writing songs about. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real side of me, and how I really put God in how I came out of my situation, or the way that I praise and worship God is more of, like I said, me. You know what I'm saying? So I how can I say? I'm trying to say it like you understand what I'm saying. Like it's more like a real side from the street point of view of how I really feel about Christians that's in the church, where they can't some people, because some people can't really deal with your real side of you. They want to kind of wash you up a little bit, like, no, don't do this, don't do that. But for I am not ashamed of the gospel. You know what I'm saying? So how I look is what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Like we living in a time now, my brothers, like it's time out to like stop hiding the truth. If I got a problem, I'm gonna tell you the problem, and I'm gonna tell you how I came out of the problem or how I'm coming out of the problem. So this pretty much how this EP gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that I don't trust God when you hear. It ain't that I gave up on God when you hear. This is like me. This is how God see fit for me, and for me to come out of my situation that I have came out of. This is why I praise God the way I praise God. This is the way I worship God. This is the way. If it take, and it's crazy because people who know me, they always compare me to Uncle Reese. How, like, to a point, like I done heard people say, "Oh, you don't take all that to worship God." Well, you don't know what I've been through.
They should.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get these dread twisted, man. Like, yeah, I can give you a word. Yeah, I can preach the word. But in reality of this situation, who do you have when the word seem like it ain't working for you? So this type of EP where they gonna be, because it's like I ain't lost faith, I ain't lost hope, but it's just how I felt until God brought me through. You understand what I'm saying?
And I mean, it's interesting you say that, man, because I think about a lot of how we could use scripture and, these familiar sayings, when it's testimony time, or, when we're sharing, how far the Lord done brought us.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Versus, let's just say, for example, like, he brought me out of, prostitution, or, being a pimp and, just sleeping with all kind of women. And, I can cover that up by saying, he brought me out of the pits and out of the miry clay. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
But you know what I mean? But it's like, okay, well let's talk about that. What was the pit? What was the miry clay part?
Exactly.
And sometimes we don't want to be an open book and talk about that process.
Right.
Just really like some of those day-to-day and maybe even moment-to-moment situations that were really occurring, like, throughout the testimony, just taking a snippet, because we all got some stuff we were doing.
Man.
I like the way CeeLo said in one of the songs, I'm right and wrong in the same day.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm right
Facts.
and wrong in the same day. You know what I mean? So it's just like, how we just, that's the reality of our situation sometimes. It's just like, where Paul also speaks about we desire to do the right thing.
The good things. Yeah.
But somehow I find myself doing that I know I need not to be doing. And that I want to do, or I need to do, I don't do.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean? It's just, really time for us to really open up a little bit more, because we're living in a generation to where everything pretty much is exposed. When you talk about this technology and this social media and just all the access that we have through technology, everything is exposed.
Right.
So it's like we probably need to be just as transparent coming from the church and coming from, being representatives of the kingdom, and letting people know, like, the real deal, bro, I can really relate, or sis, I can really relate.
And you know what, man? It's dope that you said that, because, like, everywhere I go, it's like I don't even know these people. They be like, man, it just feel like I know you forever. Now, I ain't even tell you that I know God, and they were like, bro, it's just something about you that different. But then when I started talking to you about how I used to be a hoe, you're like, whoa. Like, no. Then you just say you're a man of God? Yeah, I am. I am.
Hey, won't he do it?
You did what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
tell you how you change.
Right.
He will do it.
Let him. I like you said, bro, that's why I like that even to the point, like, that what Truth Be Told come in, that Like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel, whether you like it or not, because I tell people this sometimes too. Hey, I got a little power in me, you feel me? I'm gonna tell you how I feel, but I'm gonna tell you the brutal truth. And I understand, like, you can't tell everybody the brutal truth, but you gotta give it to where they can understand. So when I tell you I used to steal and rob people and how I was a homemonger, look, bro, this is real life. I didn't change overnight. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to church and laugh at the pastor because I see him, speaking in tongues. Like, man, these folks crazy. These folks out here doing all this voodoo stuff. Okay, I'm from Mississippi, New Orleans, right here. Bro, y'all crazy. Y'all ain't speaking roots over these folks. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, hey, you over here talking about, yo, here talking about shot ta you want to. Look here. Look. I don't think this one for me here, Lord. We're going to try again. You feel? I'm serious. That's just how wrong I was, you know what I'm saying? I was so blinded to a lot of things, man. Even when, I remember my pastor, even if y'all go watch that video, Grind and Pray, man, that was my pastor, man. He been passed about 2 years now. And he ministered over me. And when he first prophesied over me about a situation, he was like, oh, matter of fact, he was like, it was a car. And he was like, somebody here, God told me to say you gonna get this car XYZ, right? So I'm like, so he pointed at me. I'm like, I don't know why he pointed at me. That man crazy. God ain't gonna give me nothing. Who is God? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just getting into the church. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that. And even then, to that point, now that I'm mature, I go back and I look at situations like, man, when I first got saved, man, I'm out here trying to give people these scriptures. These people don't know nothing what I'm talking about. Like, these folks are dumbfounded the same way like I was dumbfounded. So how can I say, oh, thus saith the Lord? These folks looking at me like, bro, who is God? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to quote a scripture to you, like, bro, who is Job? Look, man, you don't know Job. And I'm telling you, until I mature, bro, I used to get mad, like, why y'all don't know who these folks are? And it showed my character. Somebody did me like that. So now when I go minister to people, no disrespect to nobody, I don't use a lot of scripture when I minister to people. I don't call these people name out the Bible when I minister to people. What I do, I say, depending on how seasoned you are, I say my uncle David did this. Let me tell you about my auntie Ruth. Or, man, I got a friend, bro. Let me tell you, boy, he was so cold-blooded, boy. Or then I get to thank you, Holy Ghost. What is that?
Speak on it. Hey, let him use you, bro.
Listen, bro. The Bible says this, right? We are healed by the blood and the words of our testimony. I begin to start telling people more about what I've been through, and I ain't gonna say it's crazy, but it's a blessing to me that people receive you quicker when you can just be real with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a person don't know God, if a person don't have scripture or a validation of who God is, only thing you got is yourself. Let me tell you, bro, how I came out of this situation. And I'm quick to say, listen, I didn't come out of this situation overnight. I don't care what nobody tell y'all. Nobody get delivered in one night. So when I talk like that, bro, they be like, bro, you know, I really feel what you're saying. Then I find them, you know what I'm saying, they opening up a little bit more. Like, let me tell you how one girl got molested, got raped. Another dude over here got molested by his uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these type of situations going on, but nobody never said nothing about it, and they still holding this stuff in because guess what? These church folks too religious to hear these people out, and they wondering why they missing the soul.
I got holier than thou.
Come on now. So even and like I say, they even go into my music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pass judgment on nobody. I'm working on me. So in my music, even the song "Grind and Pray," God, I'm grinding to know more of you. I'm grinding so I can have a better vision of you. I'm grinding so I can put it in me to know what not to do to the next man or not hurt the next person when I go minister to them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Even God, when it get to a point when I don't even understand, let me cry out to you. I'm praying out to you to show me the people who need prayer for. Because sometimes, man, I found out this, and this year made 15 years in the ministry. I found out, bruh, it's so many people just really need to be embraced by love and not judge.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what helped me all these years, bruh, I met a woman, man. I met a woman that's my godmother to this day. You know what I'm saying? When I did start going to church for real, I went drunk. I went about 3 weeks straight drunk. sloppy drunk. This ain't no, oh, he just had a Jack Daniel bottle. Boy, listen, I mixed 7 different alcohol in 1 cup in church Sunday morning. But she never judged me. She ain't never said nothing bad about me. And she said, you know what, baby, God is going to bring you out of it. If you just keep coming, and she kept loving on me. You know what I'm saying? She didn't judge me for what I was doing. She was like, you know what, it going to work out. Now, I don't drink no more, none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking life,
like, right, you're right. And she's still my godparent to this day. And if I say something wrong, she give me the eyes. you know what I'm saying?
Looks could kill, huh?
You feel
You'll
me?
be dead in there.
Boy, I'm talking about, it's a certain way bruh, half of the time she ain't got to say nothing to me, bruh. Like, I can post something on social media. She'll put the little emoji with the eye, like they look like they're rolling their eyes or something. I let you know what I'm going to take this off. You know what I'm saying? That one right. I don't want to deal with this when I get off live.
Let me tighten.
Then I go back, Mama, you know I love you. Like, serious. But that's just real talk, man. True be told.
But that's that respect, man. And just seeing how far that the Lord has brought you, and even how far He's taking you, though.
Yeah, man.
Like you say, you don't speak much on the future, man, but from what you've already touched on, that future looking bright.
Appreciate it. Glory be to God.
That future
bro.
sounding and looking bright, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, and man, you know what though? Honestly, I was sharing that with somebody, man. I was like, bro, they ask the question like, how can you really embrace God the way you embrace God? Because it looked like you had no worry. Bro, at the age of 6, I was accused of a murderer. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't really had no good days. My good day didn't come until I gave my life to Christ. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to say adult no more. I ain't got to look over my shoulder no more. I still go buy what I want to buy. I'm grateful now. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like I said, I keep it real with them. So when you go back to what you were saying, when you go back and you speak on my name, Mr. Jaira, truth be told, man, listen, I'm just an image of God out here spreading the gospel with the truth and the facts. I ain't got to sugarcoat nothing, bro, because guess what? I learned one thing about the Bible. The Bible told me this right here. If I can confess my sins, I'm healed. I ain't got nothing to hide no more. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever you want to know, bro, just ask me. I'm going to tell you. You ain't got to go to popcorn, serp them over the list, bro. I'm right here. I'm going to tell you.
And he gonna tell you too. We pre-op you before you do an interview. You know. Said you got a bio. He said, but I don't need no bio. You ask me whatever you want to ask.
Yeah, that way. I feel like a bio don't. You know what I'm saying? It just take away from a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I ain't just gonna give you the good news. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you a lot of things I did good. But
that's how we been accustomed to, presenting it. They say put your best foot forward, but then sometimes that can be a real cover.
Man, real talk.
Real cover.
Don't catch me in the street and like, oh, brother Jaira, I heard you was preaching 12 years ago, and boy, I seen you in the club the other night. Well, listen here, I'm still going through a transition. You know
Keep your boy in front.
You feel me? Keep me lifted up. You know, that's what they tell you in the church. Yeah. I'm still at the altar, brother. I'm still at the altar. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. This is me. If this is what I'm struggling with, I'm gonna stay away from it.
Truly, man. But when you're having a good time, good people, time flies.
Yeah, man.
And unfortunately, it's time for us to get up out of here today.
Uh-huh.
But with that being said, Jaira, man, I want you to tell these folks where they can get the music, where they can follow you at, because they need to hear some more of this good stuff and get that truth from you.
How they can get in touch with you, all that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm on IG. What the Instagram? Yeah,
Yes,
I've been around a young folk. They're like IG. I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm real goofy and real light, dog. Real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all follow me on my Facebook page, Mr. Jaira, truth be told. And you're going to find a whole lot of hilarious stuff on there because I ain't that deep. Well, you know what I'm saying? Can't be real with y'all and have a laugh with y'all neither. My IG is Truth Be Told Music. And my music on all digital platforms. I don't care wherever you at, man. Cross country, Canada, wherever you at. Just wherever you buy music from, type my name, man. It coming up that way. And I got the new music coming out too. So, yeah.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all follow the homie, man. He's good people. Very, very good people. And before we get out of here, man, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you haven't tried it out yet, man, www.preba.com. all right? Alternative to cable, got what you want. Over 7,000 channels, okay? That's international right there.
Your premiums.
Now,
y'all might be watching something from Dubai.
So I mean,
exclusive.
I mean, everything you want, man. Really give it a 2-day trial, man. Try it out. Once again, that website is www.preeba.com. That's PREEBA. All right, and make sure you check it out. I guarantee you will not be sad. With that being said, man, Jira, we sure appreciate you coming to kick it with us today.
Yeah, blessings, man.
And as I always say, make sure you follow them Royalty Boys. Make sure you follow the homie Jira. And always make sure you follow Jesus and keep him first in your life. And on that note, we're going to ride about this thing.
Get it.
Deuces.
We're going to ride out on hope and blessings.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Blessed.
So bow down, demanding everything, so Satan give it back. Cause life and death is in the power of the tongue. Now run the tail let, cause life and death is in the power of the tongue. Now run the tail let, now run the tail let. I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religion. I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not tradition. I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religious. Blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not tradition.
This ain't tradition, so please pay attention. God has forgiven you for all your sins. If you believe, then heaven you enter. Don't let them tell you nothing different. I got faith the size of Mount Everest. He is defeated, I don't fear the devil. I'm a believer, man, somebody tell him. I'm a believer, man, somebody tell him. Sitting back with my eyes closed, thinking about what he died for. It don't matter what kind of clothes I got on when I walk in the door. Yeah, I got a mouth full of gold. Yeah, I got a neck full of gold. Say I don't look like the one he chose, but let me tell you, I'm the one he chose. I love you, Lord, I need you. I receive you, I believe you. You're the key to everything I can never dream.
I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religion. I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not tradition. I'm blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here trying to reach every soul. You can see that God is not religious. Blessing the city, I'm blessing the trenches. I'm out here